Are you new to trading? Do you have a small account? You don't have a lot of money. You hear people talking about Tesla and Apple and things like that, and you look at the price and you think to yourself, well, I can't really trade that. But before we go any further, we have to put certain myth aside, right? First thing you're gonna hear some people say is option trading is like gambling. Wrong. This is completely wrong. Option trading is nothing like gambling, right? You will hear people say, well, option trading is super complicated. Wrong. It is not super complicated. It is not. This is what might confuse you. You might hear also people say option trading is easy. This is the one of the things I've heard like a lot of people say, well, it's so easy to make money. It is not. It is not easy, but it is not complicated. You just need to know exactly what you're doing. Very simple. Before we get any further, I'm going to help you guys on how to get started with option trading. For the sake of argument, we're just gonna use to make things easier. I'm gonna use the Robinhood platform because Robinhood is very easy to use. It's a very easy platform. It's user friendly. The interface is simple. It's tailored for beginners. So if you're a beginner, this will be perfect for you. Okay, so before we even get into that, this is the couple of things I wanna let you guys know. Most traders lose money because they don't know what they are doing, and that's okay. So if you are starting out, and most people do lose money because you're not sure what you're doing yet, starts with a small account, something with 300 $500, so something that's not going to, if you lose it, that you're gonna lose sleep over it, right? So when you write in the Robinhood app, you're gonna go um, in settings, account settings. Then from settings, you're going to click investing. There's investing here, not up here. Okay, for you guys that have ADHD, I know you already click on settings here. Okay, if that's you, just go back. This is now where you need to click. You click in this investing, right? Investing here. That will take you somewhere else. You're clicking in here. When you click here, make sure you turn on at least options level 2. Options level 2. That will allow you to actually buy and sell calls. I'm going to explain what that is. Right now, it may sound weird to you, right? You don't know what calls or, or call or put or buy or none of that stuff mean anything to you right now. But we're going to get into it. That's why we are here. So what exactly do you do? What is option trading? So let's say I wanna what you need to start, just start, don't start with a specific like stock, like we might be talking about, hey, Nvidia is great, all these things great. If you're just starting out, keep it very simple. This right now you're looking at, what you're looking at is the S&P 500, right? The S&P 500 contains the best 500 companies in the US economy. That's the way that works. So how do you start with option? When you already have that turned on, they will approve it for you instantly. Okay. If you don't do that yet, you will not be able to trade options. Again, remember account, investing, and change that level. You might have to answer a couple of questions. Answer those questions, and you should be all set. Then you click on trade options. When you click on trade options, you're going to have this pop up, right? And one of the most important thing you're going to need is change the expiration date. What you're doing when you're trading option, you are buying time. Okay, so let's say for example, if I wanted to get buy calls for Monday, as you can see here, these are calls for Monday. First thing you need to check is get the expiration date. A little tip for you guys: never get the what they call zero DTE, which is options expiring the same day. Don't get things expiring the same day. Always give yourself at least 5 to 7 days with the SPY, because the SPY can be a little bit expensive, right? So at least give yourself 5 to 7 days. Okay, see, there you go. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Starting that with 500. If it's 500, you can get something like that. That's literally how that works. And before I completely dive into that, the reason I want to do these things, I want to help you guys like that. I want to talk to you guys directly right now. I'm doing these things because if I can help even 5 people, this is my minimum goal. I want to help at least 5 people have an additional source of income or create a source of income if you don't have anything, right? The way the economy is right now is I've seen a lot of bad news, a lot of sad news. Unfortunately, with greedy CEOs, for example, Amazon last quarter, last 3 months, made record profit. How did Amazon make record profit? The employees worked their tail off to make sure they make that money. Do you know how they rewarded those people coming into Christmas? They announced they about to lay off 30,000 people. Amazon have every right to do whatever they feel like is necessary for them because they feel like doing that, either replacing by robots or AI. They want to boost profit. But guess what happens? If you had that job, you work hard all year to make sure you hit your numbers or you overachieve and all that kind of stuff. Now you're going into Christmas. Now you cannot, maybe you cannot buy a gift for your family. Maybe you cannot pay the mortgage. Maybe you cannot pay the car note. Things like that. This is why I'm doing what I do because I do believe this is something that can help you either replace income or add additional income. So if they ever fire you, like okay, I still want my job, I got my insurance, I have my 401k through them and all these kind of things, but if these guys decide to say they do not want me there anymore, right? I'm not going to fall off. They can't starve me. I may not be doing as well as I was doing before, but they can't starve me because I can make money. All right, so that's a good way. And the stock market is a if you get really lucky, one day you might come in and get really lucky, and you make your entire paycheck in one day or 2 days or a week. It could happen, right? And we all got to start somewhere. So let's get back into that. So when you go in there, you're going to see buy and sell. All right. Here's what I want you guys to do for me. Just focus on buy. We're focusing on buy. What you do is you buy, okay? Make sure that buy is checked. Then there's something called call and put. Call simply means you are buying for the stock to go up, right? You're buying it to go up. Put just means you're buying it to go down, right? What I want you to do is focus more on calls. If you are a beginner, start with call because put is risky, but it's very rewarding, right? When you hear they talking about on Wall Street, they're using those fancy terms of bulls and bears. Bulls are people who buy calls and want the economy, the stock market to go up. The bears are the one who wants it to go down. Now think about that. You have the federal government, you have company businesses, and all this kind of all everybody trying to push the market up as much as they can. They want it to go up because when it goes up, it's good for everybody. So this is why it's so hard to be somebody who wants the market to go down. I mean, it does go down every now and then, but your timing have to be perfect, right? Your timing have to be perfect. So we're going to focus on calls for now. So let's say I came in here today and I wanted to buy a call for the next 5 days. Okay, I look at the chart again. This is not it. You have to know your technical analysis, right? You're gonna have to learn these things. But let's say, for argument's sake, I don't even know what I'm doing, and I said, "Oh, it seems like the S&P was down today, 1%, right? So down 1%." And at that point, that's you guessing. This is not based on technical. I would advise you to learn technical analysis, right? And you say, okay, that's 7.45. Now we're gonna go back in here, right? And I'm clicking buying calls. If I want to buy a call, don't buy anything that expires in 1 day or 2 days. In my opinion, this is really gambling. This is very, very, very risky. Options already a very volatile, very risky thing. So make sure you do what you do well. Okay. So let's say I just want to give myself 5 days, right? Always try to, if you're gonna keep that, always try to give yourself about 5 days. Do not buy any contracts. If you're giving yourself only 5 days, do not buy any contracts that is lower than $400. Let me repeat. Do not buy anything that is lower than $400. Okay? This is what that is. And on top of that, something else to add, when you go in there, you're gonna click right on the, that's what they call a strike price. You can see all the strike price delta and things like that. You going in there and you're looking for where it says delta. When you see the delta, it will tell you what it is. Do not buy any delta below 55. Do not buy, let me repeat that again. Do not buy any delta that's below 55. We're only buying delta that's 55 and above. Now, what would be perfect is if you can buy delta that's above 70. Anything above 70 would be great. But I understand above 70, that's going to cost you more money. So that's what it is, right? So above 55, this is what we buy only. Okay, you might hear some people say, "Hey, I go and I buy out of these things are so cheap and blah blah blah." Yeah, when you go away, that's what calls out of the money, right? You wanna buy in the money, especially if it's short term. You wanna buy in the money. Out of the money is very cheap. Out of the money is very cheap. I want to look at you guys and tell you that don't be being cheap will cost you. Being cheap with selecting your strike price will actually cost you. It's not cheap. It's actually expensive when you really look at it, right? If we go there, this is what I mean by that. This is okay. I was talking about don't buy try to buy things with a minimum of 55 delta, right? So if you're buying SPY for the 5th, December, for 5 days, which is December 17 before it expires, so that means you would have to at least buy the 680 call. That would cost you $500. Okay? So now let's say somebody else says, you know what? Why should I buy that? I can just go and I can just buy the 690 call for $64. Oh yeah, that sounds cheap, right? That sounds pretty cheap to you. I know, but guess what happens? You see where this is say chance, and if you click on it, you can see it even more. That's what the delta is. This is the chance. You just gave yourself an 80% chance of losing money. Did now. This is gambling, right? It's not option trading. That's gambling. It's not Robinhood that's incentivizing people to gamble. These are people not knowing what they're doing and choosing to gamble. Okay, we don't do that. All right, we simply do not do that. That's an 82% chance of losing your money, right? If you go somewhere and you knew, you know what, I'm going to spend my hard-earned money and I have an 82% chance of losing it, less than a 20% chance of winning, would you still spend that money? It's the same concept, right? It is the exact same concept. And this is why I'm telling you guys, stay what they call in the money. So choose in the money, so that any delta that's above 55 most likely is going to be in the money. So you're going to see that in the money means you buying the strike price, again, a strike price that is already lower than what the current price is. That's what the strike price is. All right. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long. I'm gonna keep this video short. This is all you need to know. So this is how you start with Robinhood. Just remember that. This is how you start. Just start. Try playing ETFs. Do not go and try to do individual stocks, because individual stocks carry a lot more risk. It's a lot safer to try to use those ETFs. So something like that's even a little cheaper. You can try to go TQQQ, which would be, yeah, that's a little cheaper. That's tech stock only. TQQQ, that's from the Nasdaq, and that's tech stocks only. TQQQ would actually be even cheaper for you if you wanna use TQQQ. so you can use that. That being said, guys, I hope I help you. This is number one. This is part one of the option trading lessons here. This is part one. If you like this one, just like this video, share it with somebody, subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one. I do review the stock market every single day, so I have a live at 9 p.m. that comes on YouTube live every single day. So I would love to see you guys on that live. And if there's any specific topics you'd like me to cover, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment. Comment below and let me know. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, so you can help me spread the channel. And if you know anybody that's interested in trading options or trading at all, they feel like they don't have enough capital, this is what I'm going to do. I have an entire plan setting up on trying to teach people with small accounts on how to trade options.